Cameras, are you ready? Yeah. Good.
Bill, how do you sum up what you got from your players tonight?
Yeah, listen, the lads have been immense for us tonight. Everything we set out to do in terms of the performance level, I felt we achieved the kind of discipline and the tactical understanding of what was required, the speed of our pressing and the quality with the ball. I think that's really important, because when we came into the game and prepared for it, we said, lads, we're not just setting up to stop Chelsea tonight, we're setting up to create opportunities and play. And I felt we always carried a threat on the night, and yeah, of course the dressing room is quiet, which you'd expect after a defeat. But when we wake up tomorrow, I think the lads can be immensely proud, and the supporters will be, of the way we've played.
How much pride as well do you take in the fact that you were still creating big opportunities when you were down to 10 men?
Yeah, well, everybody who's played football knows that 11 v 10 into extra time, when so much energy has been used, is a difficult ask. But we said at the break of the extra time that there's a moment for us, and there nearly was with the disallowed goal. And then we've had other chances, Lewis's left foot shot, to have taken the game to penalties. So I think on the night we deserved the very least to go to penalties, and some big calls have gone against us.
Yeah, with regards to those big calls, 2 VAR interventions, the red card and the disallowed goal, what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, first taste of VAR here at the Stoke Carras Stadium. And I think I know the rule is it's got to be a clear and obvious mistake to the on-pitch decision to be changed. And I think the ref's got to back his judgment of the real-time kind of instant and the moment. Of course, when you get called over a screen, which I don't think you should have done, and you kind of analyse it and scrutinise it, we'll say that he's caught him on the shin, but he's scraped his shin. But he's in a great position to see the initial incident, and I think it's very harsh and should have been kept with the on-pitch decision. The offside's the offside. It's marginal. Is Kiefer's header going in anyway? But Brunty, you're always going to finish that off in that situation. It's marginal, so we can't complain if that was offside. But I think the red card, and now to lose a player for 3 games, is a tough decision, and I really don't agree with VAR sending the ref to the screen, and once the ref's gone to the screen, him changing his mind, because he's had a great view of it.
And when you look at it, you said the lads were obviously disappointed in the dressing room. Is there any sense that you've got to lift them, because in theory you've got 11 bigger games or so to go now between now and the end of the season, to maybe be playing Premier League football next season and having VAR more regularly as well? Yeah.
Well, certainly it won't knock us tonight, because we will take the positives of the evening without doubt, and we're on a good run in the league, and we'll regroup now and get ready for what will be a terrific game here on Tuesday night against Hull City.
Rob and Ryan, have they had anything to say?
I spoke to them both before the game. I haven't had a chance yet, but I'm sure we'll have a chat later, and they're here with their families, and it was a night. We've had many of those types of games here at the stadium over the years, and quite often we've come out on top in those tight goal-scoring high-scoring games. Tonight it wasn't to be, but we came very close.
Supporters' reaction at the end said it all, Phil.
Yeah, I think that was fantastic. The supporters, the way they recognised what the lads had given on the pitch tonight, and that means a lot, because you see stadiums emptying when teams are getting beat, but every single supporter stayed in the ground to clap the team off tonight.
Fantastic finish by Sam and from Doyle, who had a fantastic game. The ball put through to put you 1-0 up. Yeah,
I mean, Sam carried a real threat tonight. It was a great run and a good finish. He had another chance when he checked back in as well. But I thought he played well. It's a good test for us tonight. I said to Sam, you're playing against good centre halves. The Lap's £60 million player playing for them. People will be, let's hope people are talking about you after the game, and they so nearly were, because those moments, could and maybe should have been, part of a winning performance.
And after getting pegged back, go back and make it 2-1, probably the only disappointment being the lead didn't last very long, 4 minutes.
Yeah, just a slip on the edge of the box, and we got punished for it, which, of course, you'd rather that didn't happen. but it did. You get setbacks within games of football, and it's how you respond. And I was pleased that when those moments happened, the sending off, the goal, we kept going and kept believing there was something in the game for us.
They'll know that they were in for a game now tonight.
I think that was important, and ever since me and Steve have been here, we've said that any team who comes to this ground has got to know they've been in a proper game of football, and that was.
Yeah. And you said about everybody watching be proud, but you must be very proud of your players as well.
Yeah, because tactically against Chelsea, it's obviously they play a similar style to teams that we come up against at our level, but they're just better at it, and they've got better quality players executing their game plan. And I thought that we coped with that really well. We were comfortable in our shape, but yeah, there's equal importance that we looked good in possession, and you've got to remember the players we've got out of that midfield as well, and so had to change the midfield around a lot recently, but the lads who came in did brilliantly.
Phil, I know you don't like to look too far ahead, but this could be a glimpse into the future, couldn't it?
Well, that's got to be the aim, whether it's this year or going forward, that playing these teams, that's what it's all about, having nights like this. That's what you're in football for. We'd worked really hard to get to this stage with the Forest win and the Ipswich win, and we wanted to kind of embrace the night, and we did. And yeah, of course, you're in football to be involved in big games like tonight.
Phil, just following up on that, when you look at them making 9 changes and you look at the names on their bench and just the sheer outlay that they've made in their squad, is that maybe a timely reminder to everyone involved in this project about what that next step, how big that next step is, whether you make it this year or 2-3 years down the line? Yeah,
listen, it's a huge gulf, isn't it, between the spending power and the Premiership and where we are in the Championship and where we've come so quickly. But it would be nice to have to try and bridge that gap. Obviously, you're never going to do it financially, but in terms of finding other ways to get quality in the squad.
You mentioned how quiet the dressing room was there afterwards. Do you leave them to it, or do you say a few words then? How do you deal with it?
No, we had a chat after the game about the performance, and yes, this performance and the result will not make us flat for Tuesday. It's going to lift us, and that's the way we're going to approach Tuesday night's game.
But you're used to a lot of attention on this, but this is a different level, isn't it? And when you talk about the pride, is it because you show what not just your team's about, what you're about, but what the club's about?
Well, I always say in these interviews, obviously not quite as many people, not as many people normally here, but over the years, that the team's got to reflect the town. What the people of Wrexham are all about, and that's what we've always tried to do. And I'm pleased that we did that tonight, and that's very important.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Cheers.